I'm Rhod Gilbert, stand-up comedian. People tell me I've got the toughest job in town, but I'm sure I'll find other things far more difficult. So I'm ditching my regular job and trying something completely different. This is my work experience. And this week, I'm a primary school teacher. In a few days, I'd have to do a whole miserable day's teaching on my own. My granddad was a teacher, and he used to say, give a kid a crayon and he'll keep out of your way for a day. Teach a kid to shoplift crayons, you can retire. So I turned up at Mono Primary in Newport, South Wales with a simple game plan. I met my new boss, head teacher Meryl Escherberry.
Where are all the kids?
They're all in class, all 330 of them.
Oh my God.
I'd overslept and missed the 3 years training, but in my induction, Assistant Alison Rogers told me there was only one thing to remember.
It is requested that staff wear appropriate clothing. Trousers are in an accepted dress option. But no
I should
jeans,
hope so.
jeans
If I can't wear any
trousers.
trousers, I've got to come in my pants.
No jean-style trousers, leggings or combats.
These are jeans, but they're my smartest jeans.
Yeah, well, it's not appropriate for school.
I haven't got any trousers.
You have to go and buy some.
With a fake teacher's ID badge, it was time for a look round. Hopefully the kids wouldn't notice I was wandering around in my underpants.
Right, would you like to come for a tour now of our Key Stage 2, our junior department?
You sure I'm okay to come in jeans?
No,
Would upset
not
the
really.
children.
Well, they will comment, but
In my old school, teachers took classes in rooms. Classrooms, I think they were called. Here, it looked like everyone just hung round skiving in the corridors.
this is the writing zone, this is the multimedia zone, and this is where children come out to do research. This is our independent zone for our lower Key Stage 2. They're all getting on with their work, not a teacher in sight.
Is that allowed?
Yes, that's allowed.
I was as confused as a nun on a Geordie hen night. Maybe the kids could help.
You've got the funk tank over there.
What's this funk tank?
The thinking zone.
So you go over there and think?
I don't know why, but everyone was banging on about an imaginary world of characters called Planet Thunk.
Team worker always works as a team. Accuracy is quite accurate. All the animals are like horse, dog and cat, all put together.
So what would that look like? What does an animal look like?
Horse tail, a cat's face, chicken's legs.
Chicken's legs.
And where do they all live, guys? Planet Thunk.
They all live on Planet Thunk. Literally bonkers.
Like Peter Andre looking at a mug tree, my brain was in overload. The more I saw, the less I understood.
That's our oracy zone.
What does oracy
It
mean?
means learning how to speak, but also to speak in Welsh.
Is that a word, oracy?
Yes. Mrs Price, come and show Rod the Welsh zone.
Oracy's not a word. You're just making shit up. It's like some kind of educational Milton Keynes.
No, it's very, very rigorously planned for them to work independently.
Think ahead for these children that when they're your age, we've given them the good grounding for them to move on into the future.
I've got no idea what anyone's talking about.
How was I going to teach her? Everyone was whacked up on Planet Thunk juice. I felt like saddling up my horse Dogcat and going home.
Mr Roberts is now going to tell you about perseverance from our Planet Thunk.
Now, this is the time when you didn't want to persevere and you want to leave. I can't do it. What did Size there? What do you think he did? He persevered, he made it, he pushed himself. It was brilliant.
Can't help feeling this whole perseverance lecture is aimed at me.
Carrying on.
Thank you, Mr Roberts. Well, what are we all going to do this week? We're going to... Persevere!
My primary didn't have a school rap. It was the 70s. We did have one kid who wore his baseball cap to the side, but only because his hair was so greasy it kept slipping round. I was like a fish dog pig out of water. After assembly, we necked some Planet Thunk juice and visited all the classes I'd be taking.
High five. High five. High five. Whoa, I say.
First stop, Miss Robson's literacy class.
Right, Borodar Bland. Borodar, Mr Gilbert, will we try again?
Bore da.
Mr Gilbert will be watching all the tricks that you do to learn all your letters.
Ought. Show me 4 red fingers. Ought. Ought. What What cheer shall we have this time? Because that was brilliant. Oh, go on then. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's the way. I like it.
Can I just ask, what was that? Disco cheer. When would you use a disco cheer?
When we've been excellent.
When you've been excellent? And what other cheers have you got?
We have a silent cheer.
What's a silent cheer?
Oh. 2 letters, 1 sound.
Let's tell the windows. Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound. Shall we tell Mr. Gilbert? Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound.
Can you tell the table that or not?
Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound.
I bet you couldn't tell that door.
Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound.
Better tell that door.
Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound.
You better tell the seagulls.
2 letters, 1 sound.
There's more than one seagull.
Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound.
There's more than that.
Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound.
And the next one.
2 letters, 1 sound.
And the next one.
Oh, 2 letters, 1 sound.
We left Miss Robson, the window whisperer, teaching a Che how to spell bonkers. I was anxious about all the pointless techniques I had to learn, but at least the kids had faith in me.
What are you laughing at?
Guys, off we go. You're all
I'm going to be a proper teacher. I am. I am. I'm going to be a proper serious teacher. I am. I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to forget.
tell him off if he's naughty.
It doesn't inspire you with confidence when you say to one of the kids, I'm going to be a serious teacher on Friday, and they just throw their head back and laugh in your face.
Like Tom Cruise in a foot spa, I was totally out of my depth. I was starting to think if I had walked around in my pants, nobody'd have batted an eyelid.
It's just so different to when I was a kid. It's a very different form of learning. That's very accurate for my first impressions. Kids floating through space, because that's what this place is like. Still, I'm sure after a couple of days in Planet Thunk, I'll be fine.
Lunchtime, I begged Meryl for a quiet, kid-free corner of Planet Thunk to relax, but she stitched me up with playground duty.
Are you taking me on the train?
Hello!
Very busy train.
Wow!
Absolutely knackery. Keep moving.
After all that fuss about me wearing jeans, if it was upsetting the kids, they clearly had enough respect for me not to mention it.
I am not naughty. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are!
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are! Why are you wearing jeans?
Am I not supposed to be wearing jeans? I'm sorry.
You're not supposed to wear jeans.
I know I'm not supposed to wear jeans.
You have to wear a top.
I know I've got to.
After lunch was maths, and Miss Robson, the window whisperer, invited me outside. I thought maybe this was so the kids could shout at trees for a change, but there was a far more logical explanation. Forest school.
An infant class last year. We said the giant had got into the fairy kingdom, laminated fairies and strung them up. They had to get clues to help save the fairies, banish the giant and give the fairies their kingdom back. So that was a literacy lesson.
Was it? Sounds totally normal. I put my wellies on for maths in forest school. After this, I'll be putting on a full spacesuit for a history lesson, I imagine.
Right, that's the mud mound, where they can have a little play as a treat after they've done their task.
What's going on over here?
We're measuring the age of a tree. First of all, you have to get a tape measure and measure the circumference of the tree.
Right.
Then you cut off a piece of string the same amount and put it on the floor.
Yeah.
And then you measure the diameter.
And then, what do you
Then you
times the
times-
diameter by?
You times it by 1.20.
1.2, isn't it? And that's the age of your tree.
Is it?
Yeah.
Get some string, yeah. And then you measure the diameter. So then you multiply it by 1.2. I've done it in my head. Aren't I clever?
What did you get?
10.8.
We got 37.2.
You did, isn't it?
I was close. Do you think that would work if we measure your head and put a bit of string on the floor and try and work out how old you are?
It might be. Okay.
Check the circumference of Katie's head. 52 centimetres. OK, let's cut a piece of string. 16? 16 centimetres.
Says I would be 19.
19 years old? That's not right. Why doesn't it work for Katie if it worked for that tree?
Because she's a human.
Because she's a human. That's right. Katie is not a tree. That's what the difference is. We've all learnt Katie isn't a tree. We've all learnt something there. Do you know how to tell the age of a human? You go like this. Hello, Katie. How old are you?
10.5.
There we go. Simple.
On to reception class, and embarrassingly, until he formally introduced himself, I mistook Mr. Williams, the teacher, for one of the kids.
My name's Scott Williams.
Your name's Scott Williams, is it? Well, I'm very pleased to meet you, Scott Williams. My name's Rhod Gilbert.
And my name's Ella May.
Ella May? Ella May what?
Hoskins.
Ella May Hoskins. Pleased to meet you. I'm Rhod Gilbert. Hello. That's an amazing castle. Do you want to tell me about it?
Fairy tale castle.
It's a fairy tale castle?
Yes, and we cover it with newspaper, and soon it dries out of night. And it goes very hard, hard.
Who lives in this castle?
Kings and queens?
Sounds reasonable. Did you make it, Ella May?
Yeah, with my friend. Scott Williams.
Scott Williams, you helped. Did you, Scott? Mm-hmm. Which bit did you make?
I made this side, I did that side, and then I did this side.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
So you were working over this area mainly?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've done a very good job, hasn't he, Ella May?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to make?
A bit long.
A bit long.
Ella May's description of her castle fitted my first day. A bit long, rock hard, and like a fairy tale with no connection to reality whatsoever. Finally, story time with the window whisperer. I wasn't sure if she was reading the kids a story or talking to the book. Either way, the kids and the book were loving it.
Win heard the sharp intake of breath. We're going to have to leave it there at the really exciting part. It's time to go now.
Home time. Unfortunately, I was about to get the worst news I've ever received in my life. And I once got a letter from my GP telling me I was pregnant.
You're off now to your after-school club.
Oh, no.
Yeah, after-school
Can't I go home, miss?
No.
After-school art club? Do you like it? Yeah. Are you just saying that? No. Oh. Oh, heck.
Close your eyes. You have 5 seconds to think of what mini beast you are going to make. I need you to visualise it in your head.
Oh, you got it in my nail.
I think I've done a sort of Boris Johnson. Looks like Boris Johnson.
Yeah, it does remind me.
With Boris Johnson?
Yeah.
Does it?
Mine like my brother.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And then after school art club was after school teacher training.
The kids have gone home ages ago. If we had any sense, we'd have gone home and switched the lights out the moment the last one of them left. Seems to me that teachers desperately try to spin out the working day as long as they can by doing utterly pointless things.
Newspaper needs to be rolled extremely tightly to make a solid rod of newspaper. Solid rod.
You all need to go home and have a holiday, honestly. We're making a homing pigeon. Is that what a pigeon's beak looks like?
Almost identical.
This was the biggest waste of newspaper since the news of the world.
Yeah, I go for frog.
Butterfly. This is my favourite.
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. B.
Change it. Turtle. Turtle. He's a homing turtle. Was that really worth staying behind for an hour to do that? Are you telling me that papier-mâché is going to be any better for us having practiced like this and done this? The head mistress did that. The head mistress.
Thank you for today. I think you've had a good day. There's a little bit of bedtime reading for you to check on the skills that you're going to be going through tomorrow. Just make sure that you're in the correct attire tomorrow.
Yes, miss. Bye, miss.
Night.
After one day of what I've seen of teaching, it's absolutely exhausting. What I've observed is that teaching methods are quite weird. Or at least they've changed a lot since I was in school. This is Mr. Perseverance, and he lives in Planet Thunk and in the Independence Zone, and... Oh, maths is in the forest. Go straight past the fairies and the mammoth, and maths is down there on your right. Rush along. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'd stayed up all night making some papier-mâché trousers, and next day turned up looking like a contestant on I'm a Jehovah's Witness, Get Me Out of Here. and at least one kid noticed.
What do you think, guys? Does he look much better than he did yesterday?
The fun-sized fashion fascists thought I looked the part, and Meryl's enthusiasm was starting to win me round. But I still wasn't quite ready to teach.
This must be a moment of pride for you. It's just a total absence of cynicism. Isn't it? Just pure innocence. Total absence of self-consciousness or cynicism. And it's all going to go wrong. You know what I mean?
We've got a real problem with this positive attitude, haven't we? Haven't we got a real problem?
It'll all be sullied by life.
I was trying to be positive, but then Meryl gave me the worst news I've ever had in my life again. Today was a school trip, and before I could do any proper teaching, I had to go along.
Kelsey, Nika, Lexi, Joshua, Thomas V, TB, JB, Jake B, Megan R, Emily P, Joe, Maya, I can't remember what everyone is, Daniel.
Run the Heritage Park Coal Mine Museum, and I had 12 kids to look after. The only time I've been left in charge of 12 anything was when my mate left his golf clubs in my garage, so Miss Robson was on hand.
Our Planet Fun characters, today they're going to be like Creative Thinker. Creative Thinker uses their senses to explore everything around her.
Clipboard. You all got pens? Some of you are going to be making videos, aren't you? You all know how to use them? Yeah. Good, because I don't. You know how to work it, Daniel? Come on, Scorsese.
I was anxious. The closest I've come to taking a group of screaming 10-year-olds down a mine shaft is sharing a lift with One Direction.
Hey, you lot, come back here. Have you got any facts so far? Can I do it for you? That's not really how teaching works, Job, I don't think. Do you think I'm thick or what? Don't answer. It's a rhetorical question. Do you know what a rhetorical question is?
Yes, a question is not answered.
A question that's asked but not answered.
I was doing all right. I'd arrived with 12 kids and had 7 left, even if they had no respect for me whatsoever.
I keep getting you two mixed up, so which one's which?
I'm Jake, he's Tom.
You're Jake, he's Tom. You lying! You lying! Come back here. Right, which one is which?
I'm Jake, he's Tom. We were just checking you earlier. We need to go to the museum now.
I don't think I'm commanding a hell of a lot of respect here. They're winding me up, them two. I think they've detected that I'm not a real teacher.
As the day wore on, someone must have spiked my Ribena, because I started enjoying myself.
Look at them. There's my 12. Proud as punch of them I am, every one of them.
Yeah, well done. This is better than being in school, isn't it?
Well, yesterday I get told to wear really smart stuff. White shirt, tie, suit trousers. And where are we? Down a mine. Brilliant.
So all enjoy yourself down there?
Yeah. It's not real.
That's real. That's the real stuff.
They get cold on this new white shirt, there's going to be trouble. You know it's going to get very dirty. You're going to have black everywhere, all over your clothes. Why don't you just let Miss... Put it in Mrs. bag, look, and ask her to take it back for you. I think I'm becoming a teacher.
You are.
Am I?
You're a nice teacher.
I'm a nice teacher.
Yeah, you are.
Well, careful, because I could turn.
For the kids, the day was done. But just as I was warming to teaching, swotty Miss Robson dragged me back to school to prep for my big teaching day. My plan had been to get the kids colouring in and shouting at furniture till half-term. Her plan was to prepare my lessons down to the last nanosecond. And she went on about it long after school.
As they're forming their poem, you'd be doing it line by line, just constant praise.
Oh, can I please go home? Can I please? It's 5:30.
Listen, I'm serious now. Sometimes the caretaker has to chase us out at 6:30. We just love educating these children. We can't get enough of it.
In truth, the window whisperer was as passionate about teaching as I was about going home, and her enthusiasm almost killed us both.
Metaphors, onomatopoeia, similes, whoosh, crash, whiz. Just give them a few minutes to decide. Oh, God.
Just cut that. Full on nervous breakdown. Full nervous breakdown.
It was clear that behind what had initially seemed like madness was rigour, meticulous preparation and great professionalism. But I'd had enough.
Look at that. The kids left just 3 hours ago.
My big teaching day arrived. I was as nervous as a dog who's just mistaken Steven Seagal's leg for a tree, and I was feeling a whole load of pressure.
These kids, they're supposed to be learning as much as they would normally learn, and yet they've got me in control.
I had a full timetable, head measuring in maths, Seagull shouting in literacy, and other stuff in corridors. Sorry, zones.
Good morning, you're going to be my class today. Yay! That was genuine enthusiasm. That wasn't even put on, was it?
No.
First up, maths in the fairy tale forest.
Got the compasses, got the scales. Right.
Mr. Williams took the infants, I took the rest.
You take that, Daniel. Get on with it. Group 3, Jake, Thomas and Lexi. Thomas and Jake, Jake and Thomas. Don't care which one of you is which. Lexi, you sort them out, will you? To orientate the compass correctly, answer each maths question before proceeding to the next thing. Right, so I just get amongst them now, do I?
Do they know how to orientate it?
I've got no idea. I'll go and find out. Hey, listen to teacher. The thing with the compass is you've got to be accuracy. Hey, that's one of your thingies, isn't it? Planet Thunk?
Yeah. How do you know Planet Thunk?
No, because I'm a teacher. Amy, you point in the direction of west, exactly where west is on there.
What?
It's all right, this. I think I'm doing all right.
Across the forest, Mr. Williams had abandoned his maths class and was sorting out marshmallows for his fellow teachers.
OK, so find a stone that weighs approximately 250 grams. So you need the scales, don't you?
Yeah.
250, isn't it? Yours is 200?
Yeah.
Well, you've... Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Scott Williams. Very kind of you.
No problem.
Next, it was off to Mr. Williams's art class. It was good to see he mucked in with the kids.
What colour have you gone for?
Orange.
Orange?
I got lots of favourite colours.
You've got lots of favourite colours?
100,000.
You've got 100,000 favourite colours? You're like a human Dulux colour chart, aren't you?
I like 100.
You only like 100 favourite colours, do you, Scott? You've narrowed it down, have you? Hey, what's going on here?
That.
What's that? It's a toilet roll holder.
No, it isn't.
What is it then?
A
A lighthouse. Well, it's a very good lighthouse. I knew straight away.
Did it?
Yes, I did. Look behind you. Major, look. How are you, Ella May? How are you getting on?
No, my boat is lost when it was still in the water.
Your boat's gone in the water?
Yeah, but come see.
OK. What's happening?
It's sinking.
Your boat? Where is it? OK, get your boat out then. Let's have a look at it. Now, hold it out. Now then, that's your boat, is it? Can you think of any reason why that wouldn't float as well as a boat?
Because it's made out of clay dough.
Because it's made out of clay dough?
Yeah.
Have you sealed all the holes? Are they absolutely 100% water resistant? Are they? OK, now then, let's see if this floats in the pond. Oh! High five! You made it float in the pond, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now then, from experience of using the water patch and the boats we've made, can we see any reason why this one might not float?
Because it's made out of clay dough.
Because it's got a massive lump of clay dough at the bottom of it, hasn't it? Oh, almost. Can you think of how you'd make that float?
Look there. Make it laugh.
Oh, you did make me look. I'm really enjoying my day so far. It's relentless, but I think I've got some of the skills you need to be a teacher. Say you needed 14, I think I've got, say, 3 or 4 of them. How long do you do it for?
Next was literacy. In a school where one of the teachers was a 4-year-old, it was no surprise there was confusion over who was teaching who.
But, ooh.
No, that's not purr, that's purr.
Yeah, purr, that's what I said.
You said purr.
I said purr.
You said purr.
I said purr. I'm not saying purr.
Yes, you are.
That's purr. 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 S. Purr. No. Is it no? Obviously, I've got some kind of speech impediment that I've only just realised after 43 years.
Just put the cat down.
That's what it looks like. Ooh. Let's tell the carpet. Let's tell the seagulls. Tell the cupboard. So easy. Let's tell the tree. Let's tell Rihanna. 'Vladimir Putin. 1980s funny man, Russ Abbott. That's right. Disco chair. Go.
With every class, I was feeling more and more at home on planet Thunk.
We're going to create a piece of music using onomatopoeia.
I could see how the teaching methods I'd rubbished really worked.
1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep going like a drum kit.
Crash! Crash! Crash!
Thanks, Matt. We're going to write a poem today that personifies a coal mine. What's a verb for pickaxing?
Chippers.
Chipping? What word are we looking for with a simile?
Amy's eyes were like golf balls.
That's a simile. Amy's eyes are like... It's not the most flattering simile. Alliteration.
The secretary fairy eats elephants.
Fair enough. It's a bit chaotic, but I'm getting there. I'm learning. I think you've got the hang of this. We've run a little bit behind, because I'm a little bit rubbish.
I was absolutely loving seeing these kids learn in such a fun and dynamic way.
Press up.
I felt like part of the furniture, and the kids shouted at me accordingly.
Oh, Gilbert! Mr. Gilbert!
Good work, Zach. Right, and again, keep challenging. Go on, Zach. Oh no, Sir's hurt himself really badly. He's going to have to go off early, I'm afraid. I know. What about 23 Things They Don't Tell You About Capitalism?
No.
Change Your Life in 7 Days by Paul McKenna?
No.
Everyone quiet, facing the front. Is it time for the school song?
Yes. We are the children of Mono School. We take a pride in the things we do. Learning together.
And having fun. Yeah, I know the school song. For a good day.
Everyone!
Right down. Right eat, down, treat. Right eat, right down.
Okay, you've come to the end now of your time at Mono Primary School.
Cool. See ya.
Not yet. Yeah, come back. Your lessons were interesting,
It was chaos a lot of the time.
but it was good chaos. Chaos is not always bad. And the children responded to you when you tried to draw the chaos into some sort of order.
I can't think of anything I've enjoyed more. I'm going to go out there and tell everyone, go be a teacher. It's an incredible role. It's an incredible role. It's not a job.
No.
It's not a job, is it?
It's a privilege. What do you think about your dress code? Can you see how important that is?
I can, no.
Casual clothes mean
Casual attitude.
Well, good luck with your future endeavours, and thank you for
Come
coming to Mono.
on! Thanks so much for having me. I'm absolutely beyond loved it. It's been moving, inspirational, beautiful. I feel like I'm being torn away from somewhere that I don't want to leave. I'm ready to go home right now, but I really want to come back on Monday. Freaked me out completely when I first arrived. Bit spacey, planet Thunk. But once you see the kids engaging with it and adopting that, and you see how they're learning, it all makes sense. This school is one hell of a place. Amazing teachers, amazing kids, and the rapport between them is the thing that's most mind-blowing. I don't think I'll ever really make a teacher. I don't think I'll ever have the discipline to do it. But that's a shame, because I would really, really love to do it. It's an incredible job.